made a short film called Practice. It was a satirical take on the attendance system of our college. It was made in Hindi with my new group of friends. It was such a morale booster for me. Everyone appreciated me, and even the CEO of my college liked it on Facebook. Then misfortune struck. Our annual day got cancelled, which included the short film competition, due to some issues within the management itself. I think that was the day I lost interest in awards. I never tried to submit any of my works for any awards after this peculiar incident. Fortunately for me, I continued my short film journey. I never lost interest in movie making, even though I was in the midst of numerous arguments and heated exchanges. I completed the short film Facebook, which I had once abandoned. I made another short film named Connection Error, featuring Yashita and her family in prominent roles. She was also involved in the shooting and dubbing along with Nawaz, Noor, Meenakshi, and other classmates. We got closer to the family of Yashita as the shooting was done at her place. Soon I thought about the feasibility of making a big budget short film within 10k and understood the value of having money in our lives. I discussed this with my father and told him it would be better if we had our DSLR and explained to him the importance of it. He came along with me to the shop the very next day, and together we bought a Nikon 5200. Then we made calculations about the expenses. The initial idea was to do the film with my classmates, but then I mulled over the possibility of directing others, whom I was not familiar with. Again, fortune struck. One of my relatives lent his helping hand, and he was interested in acting in this film. He also became the producer as well and provided his friends for acting in the film. So I made his father's name as the co-producer. I had one more idea of using our own music for the film. Soon we approached a budding music director known mostly for his works in a few Telugu short and feature films by the name of Nani Vinil. Sadly, he is not with us. He told us he would do the music for 30k, but we didn't have that much money. Still, we maintained the friendship with him, so he said he would decrease the amount by 50%. As we were doing things professionally, we thought about using a dubbing studio. There I had the experience of cheating, which frequently occurs in our industry. Till that time, we used to record the voices in our handycam and later sync it during the editing process. We were provided with an incompetent and obstructive sound engineer who had a so lame, which is unnecessarily waste our time. Mostly he would reject the voice when it was fine and would take too many breaks and work at a snail's pace. I observed everything silently with indifference as I wanted my short film at any cost. We completed the dubbing part and it had costed us 5 days. I calculated the amount for the 40 hours it took when I was expecting 10 hours at the maximum. All of this happened due to my inexperience in the field. I soon found myself arguing with the studio owner where I complained about the incompetent sound engineer. The owner relented and we were somehow able to reduce some of the amounts. Still, it was huge for me as I was just a student, though I was doing freelance projects. I will speak about the freelance thing in the upcoming episode. Having thought about how to pay the expenditures, I told the owner to keep the output there. It took me almost 3 months to arrange the money by doing freelance projects. I didn't ask my father again for money as he had done too much for me already. I decided to raise the amount of 10k for the music part and another 10k for the dubbing and took the responsibility on my shoulders. When the money was in my hands, I took the output and paid Neil for sound effects mixing and music composition. He took around 1 month to finish and give us the output. By then, I had already made another message oriented short film, namely Believe. The short film called Violence had taught me many things. It made me understand the nuances of the industry in which I was working, and I also understood the importance of money in our lives. I was working with lots and lots of people, and this had helped me in finishing the horror short film shot at Yashita's home. That's all in this episode, guys. As I don't want to stretch it more and make you bored, subscribe and stay connected. Thank you.